We have never seen this before. The Hurricanes fell flat on the ice and on the scoreboard. Their main producers didn't produce. The goaltender didn't tend, and nothing went their way. The best-built team in the league didn't show up, and now everyone, from the coaches to the players to the fans, are wondering what happened. This is a first for everyone, and nobody seems to have an answer. Welcome to Hurricanes Digest. I'm Jeff Testanero. Before we get rolling into this, I want to invite you to smash that button. Smash that subscribe button. Let's get those numbers up. Like, comment, subscribe, Caniacs, and let's get this rolling. What the heck happened? What the heck happened? Where did the Hurricanes go? For about a week now, I've been touting that the Carolina Hurricanes are the most prolific offense in the league, that their defense is an iron curtain defense that yields nothing. I've been touting that the goaltending is the most solid it's been in years. Now, I do stand by those claims. I'm sticking with it. But last night, they were just, what's the word I'm looking for? What were they? Flat. They were flat. The Hurricanes played the Blues at Lenovo. Pretty easy win, right? You would think. The Blues are terrible. The Hurricanes are the best in the East, while the Blues are very towards the bottom of the West. Very towards the bottom of the West. Best part is, the Hurricanes scored first. The Hurricanes got the first goal of the game, courtesy of Mark Jankowski. Jankowski is the Hurricanes' fourth-line center. That was his 7th goal of the season. Now, I bet you said the same thing that I said after the goal. Well, if the fourth-line center can score, then our majority playmakers won't have a problem against Bennington and the Blues. We were wrong, Caniacs. We were wrong. Caniacs, we were so wrong. There was nothing right. There was nothing right. The big boys, nowhere to be seen. Yes, the Canes outshot the Blues by a large margin. 32-17 to be exact in the shot total. Nothing happened. The big boys were missing. I mean, don't get me wrong, they were physically on the ice. They were there. They were literally there. We all saw them. It's hard to miss them. But nothing happened. Metaphorically, they weren't there. Just to clear that up. Of course, Coach Rod had something to say via X. Brind'Amour on the fourth line. They were the best line. That's generally not a good thing because they don't play that much. So we've got to get more out of our top guys. They didn't do much tonight, the top guys. So I probably should have used those guys a lot more than I did. Ooh. I mean, great for the fourth line. Nice kudos there for the fourth line. Ow, that hurts. That stings a little bit, doesn't it? Well, it should. They outshot St. Louis 32-17. Tying goal in the second. And the go-ahead goal, who am I kidding? Why are we calling it the go-ahead goal? Why are we even going to call it the go-ahead goal? The winning goal came in the third with less than 5 minutes to go at home in Raleigh. Now, I'm not going to frame this all on Bussy. We're just going to clear that up. Not all of this falls on Brandon Bussy. I've seen all the social media comments this morning. First thing I do is I check my social media. And then I go to the bathroom. And then I check my social media. And then I make coffee. I've seen the comments. I don't need to frame this on Brandon Bussy. Y'all are framing this on Brandon Bussi. Just fine yourselves. I know. He led in 3 goals on 16 shots. 17 shot came with the empty net. With less than 5 minutes in the third, he let in the winning goal. When the goalie is at its peak, when the goalie needs to be at his best, especially when the game is tied, that's when the goalie needs to be at his best, late in the third. I think it's easy to frame this on Bussi. He just signed that 3-year deal. He's been touted everywhere for the first half of the year on TV, on all the podcasts. Here on Hurricanes Digest, I've been freaking throwing in victory parades for a week now. That he is the future of goaltending. I stand by that. I stand by that. Now I keep saying things that, oh, Freddie just secured his spot as the playoff goalie. Get rid of Bussi. It's easy to blame it on the kid. Let's not forget he's a rookie. I'm not making excuses for him. He should have stopped that puck. I'm not even talking about the second period goal. I don't care about the game tying goal. I'm talking about the third period goal. But let's not recoronate Freddie Anderson just yet. Let's not revive him from the fandom dead just yet. Can I remind you real quick that a few nights ago, it was Freddie that led in 2 goals late in the third against Pittsburgh to tie that game, thus sending it to overtime. Didn't face any shots in overtime, thank the Lord, which thus sent it to the shootout. Luckily, our young kid, Mr. Blake, put it in. So let's not burn Bussi at the stake just yet. All right? Let's not burn him at the stake just yet. Over on X, Walt Ruff has something to say. First loss at Lenovo. 68 days. Tonight was Carolina's first regulation loss at Lenovo Center since 1-3 versus Colorado. 68 days. 12-game home point streak finished, tied for their 3rd longest in franchise history. All good things come to an end, I guess. Sure. It's also interesting to note that 3 goals came against that shutdown line of Stahl, Martinuk, and Carrier. Stahl actually left the game. At the end of the game, Jordan Stahl skated off the ice and walked down the tunnel at a -3. Very un-Jordan-like. Not very shut down tonight. Not very shut down tonight. Not very shut down tonight. What I don't want you to do, don't hit the panic button yet. Do not hit that button. I know it's hard not to. It's red and shiny. Very hard to resist. Very hard to resist. But it's not time to panic yet. Put down your Xanax and step away from the button. Step away from the button. Everything is fine. If this continues, I'll hand you back the button. You can have your button back. Everything is fine in Raleighwood. I promise you, Caniacs. What happened? Well, tonight was a really great team effort. This loss was a pure team effort. Nobody produced. It happens. Nobody produced anything. Except for the 4th line in the first period. It happens. It happens. You know, sometimes the best team doesn't win. Tampa Bay is up next. Go take it out on the Lightning. Go take this loss out on the Lightning. Regain your footing with the Lightning. Losses happen. Losses happen. I'm going to talk you through this. We're going to talk this through together. Losses happen. The better team doesn't always win. Go and ask my son's youth hockey team. They just got bounced from the state playoffs in the pool round off a 1-goal deficit. They beat the team that advanced in their place, a 1-goal deficit against a team that they even play. The team they beat, one of the teams they beat, moved in. I don't know. The team just didn't have it. Nobody had it. Jarvis, Aho, Svech. The list goes on and on and on and on. Bus. Nobody had it tonight. They also ran into a really motivated goalie. Don't tell me Bennington's not angry about the Olympics. Don't tell me that. I mean, watch Jarvis skate a little bit. He's angry. Time to win the cup. I mean, St. Louis can't win the cup, but whatever. They ran into a good goalie. They ran into a hot goalie. He's pissed. Wants a little revenge. It happens. Just got to turn up the heat on the oil, gas, and gravy. Right trip. Thank you for watching Hurricanes Digest. Like and subscribe. Until next time, later, Caniacs.